I guess my biggest concern would be not the men. My biggest concern would be that physicians understand that men have breast, and that is when you are beginning to diagnose or do a physical exam or talk to a man about what's going on with them, that they put that into their vocabulary. It is not part of their vocabulary. They will talk to you about prostate cancer. They will talk to you about other kinds of issues that are male specific. But when you cross that magic line that's there, it's a whole different story. I was visiting my urologist the other day, and there was a woman that was in there and was talking about, I didn't know women went to see a urologist. And I thought that was interesting because the stereotype is that's a male and you go for male stuff. But women actually have, parts of their bodies that need to be looked at as well. But it's a larger issue. It's a media issue. It amazes me that, we're doing this and no one would even talk to me about this. Until sort of, a supporter of yours said, let's talk about men and breast cancer. On the other hand, when you begin to look at it, or when I begin to look at it, and I'm an educator, I'm a researcher, I'm a psychologist, so I'm very aware of what men struggle with and what men don't ask for. But the fact that you can't get any help. There's no one there to talk to you. And even though you might have gone through it, we have a different experience. Men don't talk. Men don't ask for help. Men suck it up. And so there's a lot of psychological issues that go on with men. But it's preventative that goes there. The NFL, as an example, is very active with Breast Cancer Month with women, but they don't talk about men. And I can guarantee you that someone in the NFL had breast cancer. I don't know who it is, but I can guarantee you because there's that many men, but they don't come out and say men and women. The same thing that when you go in and you're being talked to and treated and evaluated, you get something pink. I don't look good in pink, ain't afraid to wear it, but it isn't what's there. And there's no material that says for men, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to look at. No one explained to me exactly what the tests were gonna be, what that would look like. I really wasn't given a lot of information about the surgery compared to a woman. When they talk about it, it just happened. So I think when you begin to look at the two things that I think men need and society needs is one is primary care physicians being aware, and secondarily and most importantly, the use of the medium to educate. And it goes to your question. That's how men will be able to go in and become an advocate for themselves and say, wait a minute, I have this. And then there's behaviors that add to men being at risk. Drinking, obesity, and those add to, and smoking, and those add to the risk of breast cancer. But they're not explained. They're seen as, well, if you do this, then you have to look at your heart. You might have heart disease. But it's not looked at that, wait a minute, there's another variable here called, cancer.